Welcome back to Fairfield Alumni Stadium. I'm Chris Vogt alongside Justin Commuto for Vertical Raise. Some awesome things we've been able to kind of put together and kind of partner up with with what the report does and with what Vertical Raise does. I want you to tell a lot of the folks what Vertical Raise is all about, and first off, we'll start off with that.
No, for sure. So what we are is we're an online fundraising platform. And it's meant to kind of make it a little bit different experience, a little easier experience for students, for coaches, for band directors, whoever we're working with. It kind of eliminates the old door-to-door kind of feel that you typically get. We have product that we still do, but you actually never touch the product. Tends to be a higher profit margin than most fundraisers, and it's easy and effective. It raises quite a bit of money for teams.
Yeah, when I first, when you reached out to me first and said, "Hey, let's partner up," and I said, "You know what? There's a lot of good things that we can kind of put together with this." And one of the things we've been kind of talking about, and I might as well just spill the beans now. I'm going to do it now because we're going to do it. We're going to start the coaches podcast, which is called the Coaches Corner.
Coach's Office.
The Coach's Office. There it is. Right, the Coach's Office, and it basically what we're going to do is we're going to join forces with Vertical Raise and Report Ohio, and we're going to sit down with coaches and we're going to go to their offices and set up our podcast and dive deep into what the meaning is to be a high school coach and the ins and outs of high school coaching and what it takes to kind of coach a high schooler. It's tough.
It's for tough. Sure. And for me, it means a lot. Like I'm having a coaching background, coaching at Miami for years in hockey from the youth side, coaching on the Division I side with them. There's a lot of times that I've noticed with high school athletics where you always know the coach because they either have a winning record or they've won a state championship or regionals or whatever, but you don't know who that coach is. Who is the coach behind the team and what makes that coach? What's their why? Why are they so passionate about coaching and where did they get it from? That type of stuff I think will be interesting to let a coach kind of peel back the layers a little bit.
And we're not going to drill coaches. It's one of those things we kind of get them to open up, and a lot of coaches have different philosophies, and they've got different thumbprints to what they do in terms of getting their troops and their kids rallied around them.
And where it came from, I think, is a big piece of it. Like, who were their influences? There's a lot of reasons why people coach, and it's never the same. There's always either a person in their life that got them there or somebody who had a big influence on them. So just kind of let them be a human and not just coach. You think about it, it's always just coach, and you're always just talking about their players and their team, which is great. I love it, but let's figure out who they are.
And so this is something new where we're going to hopefully get this up and running before the start of possibly the spring sports season. Maybe in the middle of basketball season, but first we're at least let you guys know that we're going to join forces. It's going to be a neat gig and sort of more of a personable aspect to what coaches are all about.
I'm excited about it.
I do want to bring this up. A milestone you just hit with Vertical Raise, so congratulations.
Thank you. For this year, and it's about 3 months ahead of where we were last year, we raised over $1 million so far for teams across the tri-state area from northern Kentucky up to Dayton. We cover all three areas. I've got two other associate reps, both actually coaches. One's a coach for Wayne's football team. One's a coach. He's actually the head coach at Cincinnati Christian School on the girls basketball side. And we raised over $1 million so far for programs, and it really means a lot to me. Both my parents were educators. My dad was an athletic director. My mom taught special ed for 35 years. And I worked in youth sports before I started doing this, and it's a way for me to feel like I can give back. And whether it's a team to help pay to play fees or a team to help, buy swag that they want or team meals, whatever that is, it's a way to have a positive impact on kids and kind of give back a little bit and help them kind of go above and beyond maybe what they get from athletics.
And how long have you been doing?
I've been doing this for almost 3 years now.
So you've seen the steady progress of just the connections and the I guess the marketing and I guess just getting to know the community is probably one of the cool things about working in this industry.
I'm a big relationship person.
Yeah.
Like, I value relationships. It's been, as a coach, you have the relationship with your players, and I'm a big believer in relationships, and I care way more about that and having a relationship with the coaches I work with and the players I work with than I do about the bottom line, to be completely honest. And that relationship with coaches has kind of gone a long way for me. And, when you do a good job and you actually do a good job and you do it for the right reason, coaches want to help kind of get you to another coach and help that coach out because it's a buddy of theirs who coaches at a different school or even coaches within that school. So it means a lot to be able to build that relationship, and then, to me, to have that coach willing to, refer me out to somebody else to help them hopefully have the same impact there.
Right. And so and I know we've got some things to take care of here, but this has been awesome to have you on because it's the first time I met you as well, so it's pretty neat.
We talked a lot on the phone.
Right. But so if somebody was wanting to get involved with Vertical Raise and would want to be a part of it and say, hey, we want to help our organization or our program. Why would they want to do some work with you guys?
Yeah, so the biggest thing for me is I do everything hands-on.
Right.
I'm very hands-on. Are there other companies that are like ours? 100%. Will they maybe raise you the same amount of money? I don't know. It really just depends. The one thing that's different is those companies are remote. I know for some of the companies, one of them, the person who does what I do lives in Michigan, right? He doesn't have a connection to the community.
Right.
I live right in Westchester. Before that, I lived in Hamilton. Before that, I lived in Oxford as an intern for Miami. So I know a lot of the community. It's more personal to me to try to have an impact on the community in Butler County and in the surrounding area more than anything. So to be able to do that, and then we can raise them a ton of money on that. Like I've had some coaches who were kind of like, "Holy cow! I don't know what we may not need you next year." Which I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Well, you guys, if you don't need me next year, well, have me come in, and you won't need me for the next 5 years.
There you go.
Justin, appreciate you. Justin Camuto for Vertical Raise does wonderful work, and he hit a milestone yesterday by hitting $1 million and helping out local programs in the high school realm. But I want to appreciate you for hopping on, and
appreciate it.
Look forward to doing more work with you, and keep an eye on our podcast. We may be announcing it here soon.
2026.
Absolutely.
2026.
So, hey.